Hello, my name is Rosemary Vargas Rivera, and this is the text form talking about past events, story, video, and assessment. It's presented to my tutor, Astrid Janira Lemos, to the Opening Distance National University. So, the name of my story is The Scariest Time in My Life. I want to talk about a little bit about me and how I start my story. So I live in Zaguarita, Arizona, with my husband. I live with my husband Gilbert and my two children, Juan and Nicole. They are everything in my life. Eh, we have traveled around the world to Turkey, Ecuador, Italy, Germany, Peru, Colombia, and United States, of course. My daughter was born in Colombia and my son was born in South Carolina. I hadn't been living in Colombia for the last 13 years. During those years, I have dedicated all my time to taking care of my children. But now um, they are big, and that's why I decided to look for a job. And here is how I start my story. I'm working Sunnyside for the last 2 months as a substitute teacher. I work there every day. I like my job. The kids are so sweet, and the people who work there, they are friendly. They speak Spanish and English. Many of the kids are Hispanic, so we have to use Spanish, both language, to introduce them to the second language, English in this case. So one day, after I finished my job, I was sitting in a hallway on a wooden chair, and I was holding my coat because it was winter time 2 months ago. Now we are in spring. Um, so inside the building, inside the school, we use the heater. I'm going to say in Spanish, but it's the heater. So it was so hot, so I have to I take off my coat and I just put it on my arms and I just hold my coat until my husband come to pick me up. And so I was watching a teacher who was playing with a child. Um, and at that moment, I was very concentrated, looking then having fun. So when I started to feel something, just walking, like when you are, so I scratch a little bit and I like move it, but I continue feeling the same thing. So I just say, wait a minute, something is walking here. It's an insect or something like that. So I just felt something hairy, and that was horrible. So I just get up so quickly, and when I just pull my coat onto the air, so I something just jumped out of my coat, and when I saw a bee spider huge like this, very big, I never saw something like that before in my life. Here is very common, the little ones outside, and I clean it, but like that, never. So I scream like like look crazy, and the spider was the spider has three different colors: red, orange and like in black, orange, like a brown, something like that. I can describe very well, but I freak out at that moment. So when I scream, I make the really loud. So one of my students in my classroom, he just saw that when I just jump and get up of the chair, he just saw and he was curious and because I screamed, so he just go out. And when I saw him, I was more scared because maybe the the spider could walk and bite him or something like that. I don't know. Many things just was passing into my mind about if I can move or I don't move. I don't want to move. That is the truth. So the teacher, my colleague, she just um, saw the Brian was out of the classroom, so she just go outside, and I say to her, bring him back because here is a huge spider and it's very dangerous. So she just gets scared and she just put Brian inside the classroom and she started calling and she called the gardener who works at the school, of course, and I was holding my breath until he arrives. Um, um, like I say, I don't want to move because I thought maybe if I move, the spider will just moving with me or attacking me. So I was so nervous, and I just standing up there for I think so 10 minutes, no more than that. When the gardener arrived, so Mr. Rojas asked me because he saw my face. I was so pale and I thought I was to faint. And he asked me, "Are you okay?" And I couldn't answer. I couldn't answer to him. I couldn't answer him, and Mr. Rojas told me that I have to move away because he wants to put some chemicals to kill the spider. And after he started using the spray, the chemical, the spider started moving, like jumping. And at the moment I thought, oh my God, that is going to jump onto him and me, or I don't know. I was so nervous. And I can't believe it that happened. That is what's happening. And I don't know how that kind of scary, hairy spider get into my coat. And I was so lucky because I could bring my coat inside the classroom, and who knows, com- could bite someone inside the classroom. So I was lucky that I felt the spider walking on me, and I was able to react in time. So I want to talk about a little bit the name of the spider is the tarantula. I think that in Colombia we have the same kind. The tarantula, here is a picture how it looks like the tarantula. So tarantulas are large, hairy spiders that are typically found outdoors. The species of tarantula that is common in Arizona is brown in color and seldom exceeds 5-inch size. So humongous. Although urban legends and horror movies have often cast tarantulas as killers, and I believe it. These spiders are not particularly aggressive and possess only a mild venom. They will bite if they feel threatened. threatened, thre- threatened. Most people who have experienced a tarantula bite liken the pain of the pain to a swat sting like a bee. However, tarantulas can trim their hairs, and these hairs can be irritating or cause allergy reactions, particularly in they reach the eyes or mouth or nose passage. Due to their passive behavior and propensity to prey on many other unwanted insects, tarantulas are considered a beneficial spider to have around the home. No, for me, no. Especially because I have really bad allergies reactions. So I was, like I say, so I was so lucky, really lucky that day. And I don't want to see anything like that ever in my life. Ever. So this is my story. I hope so you enjoy and you like it and have a good night. Bye bye. Thank you so much.